Meanwhile, I get these big ideas. You know, I saw this online. I'm like, I always wanted something like that. I was thinking of trying to make something like this to put up on the rack for storing water, especially for like a shower. This is ideal. It's up on the rack. It's in the sun, so it should warm up, right? But I was gonna try to make something, but this thing was only like $219. Holds 4.5 gallons. It's made out of aluminum. It looks like it's extruded aluminum because it's got the brackets, the rails molded into it somehow on the side and the back, or not too sure which side's the top or the side or the back, but it's got a little thermometer here. Says it's 32 Celsius right now. And, yeah, so I go, this is kind of cool. I already measured it. I could either put it across the camper shell that way or on the side of the camper shell that way. It's like, all right. I do have some questions about it though. I mean, just, do you really want to drive around with 4.5 gallons on the roof? I mean, is it going to get too hot? It would free up some space in the back of the truck because normally I carry 10 gallons of water in 2 5-gallon jugs, right? In the back of the truck. It takes up a lot of room. And I take 10 gallons just in case. I rarely use it. I might use 5 gallons. But just in case, you know, I figure you can wash with it, you can drink it. Normally I use it for washing. Because I take a lot of I'll take a couple cases of bottled water, and that's just in emergencies. Radiator water, washing water, just water to drink if you have to, right? Tap water off the tap. But this, I think it'd be awesome for a shower. I guess you would like fill it before you need it, you know? Probably warm up a little. So that's the whole idea there. It comes with some attachments. I'm pretty impressed. I'm like, you know, I figured this is going to be like some kind of Chinese junk. You never know what you're going to get these days, right? So far, everything looks like pretty good quality. In the box. In the box. There's your Schrader valve to put the air, to pressurize it, right? Comes with a roll of Teflon tape. Comes with the brackets to mount to the roof rack. But it also comes with 2 spigots. And you would think these things be plastic, but they're not. They're actually heavy. They are ceramic disc cartridges inside. They're not even washers. If you know what a ceramic disc cartridge is, yeah. So nice and heavy. I mean, pretty cool. It comes with 2, one for each end. It's got 2 outlets on it. Here's the relief valve. Yeah, so you got 2 of these, 1 for each end. It comes with the shower, which kind of looks puny, but it's got a little weight to it. It's not plastic. But it also comes with like a garter nozzle. Adjustable. Now this is plastic. But, yeah. And quick connects. Let's see, how's this gonna go? Somehow it quick connects. This is a quick connect. You know what a quick connect is? It connects quick, right? Yeah. See? So I guess this goes on the hose. Here's the hose. Put your shower on there. It comes with a clip to actually secure your shower head and hose on the side of the tank. And since it has two of these spigots, one for each end, on one end you can put an actual spout, an adjustable, flexible spout. I'm impressed. All right, guys, getting late out here. Like I said, the sun's starting to set. Getting cooler out here. The brackets that came with this water tank aren't going to work. They're not going to work for me, okay? These are made for like a SUV rack with a crossbar. So this basically goes across the crossbar and tightens up. But I don't have a standard rack. I do got crossbars, but I made these myself, right? So this is the rack I got, and these work on here because the nuts go on top. Okay. Now, if these nuts were going on the bottom, there'd be a problem because there's hardly any room in here. So with this one, the nuts go on the bottom, and it's like, yeah, that's not gonna work. So they got these T-bolts that hook up on there. You know, like that, and they go down. And that goes, you know, it would go through the rack like that. See, they're too long. So I had to cut them. And then the bar is not going to work anyway, but it will. I do have holes in my bars here that it'll drop through. So it's like, so that's what we got right there. I go, hey, that'll work, right? So I got the little T screw, or whatever you want to call it. I had to cut them, I had to cut an inch off. And then a bear to get the freaking washer nut in there with my fingers. You know, fingers barely fit in there. It took forever to get them started. I finally got them started. All right. Now I get I had to move the rack over and everything. So that's going to hold it. And there's also on this rack, or these rails here are holding this bar on. So those are 1/4 inch and they're sticking up, and those lined up perfect with this, except they're really tight. They're in there. I don't know if you can see them in there. So that's going to hold it from moving sideways, and this one over here is going to hold it down. So I think we're good. I mean, I actually had to tap the tank down to get them over the bolts over here, because these are 1/4 inch, and these over here are like metric. So that 1/4 inch bolt barely fits between the gap there. It was tight. I go, well, that's okay, because that'll hold it in place, right? Solid. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that. I just tighten it up. Better get a open end wrench in there. So got that. Now I got to move this rack back over. Yeah. Since I was working off the side of the truck over here on a ladder, I kind of grabbed this. Don't grab a hold of it. Yeah, I almost fell off the ladder. But, okay, so move it over maybe like that. Give it a little space there. So it's not going to be center, but heck, who's measuring, right? That's okay, as long as this works. So my shower hose will hook up on this side. The filler's over there, which I think is going to be a problem to fill. I mean, you're going to have to stand on something. There's nothing to stand on out there. I did want it to go the other way, but see, it's got a rail on here. This is the rail to hold your hose in your shower. Well, hold the hose up. But it'll work out. We'll figure something out. So that's the fill side. There's a Schrader valve for air pressure. Got a spigot on this side. I'm going to leave this off. I'm going to leave that off because I washed it out. I washed the whole thing out. Or I tried flushing it. I scored a little Dawn in there, and then I stuck the hose in there and just let it run until the suds stopped coming off on this end. Hopefully all the debris that was in there flushed out. I'm sure there's still some in there, but well, right? Don't drink the water. All right. Like I said, it's cooling off out here. I had to throw a shirt on. I still got to bolt this thing back on. See what I mean? That the bolts go through the top. Oh, yeah, that's easy to get to, but underneath, pain in the ass. Oh, I hope I don't have to take this off or anything, because it's going to be a pain. This one here, I need to put some Loctite on these things. I don't trust these little, I mean, yeah, they work, you know, but what's going to keep them from getting loose? I think I got some Loctite. I'll put some Loctite before I do that, and hopefully I'll be done with this thing. What's that? Hey, what are you doing? Where did these dogs come from? Dogs running all over the place. Anyway, this up here is basically for light stuff and, you know, light stuff. Your sleeping bags, your tents, your, there's dogs running around the neighborhood. Where the hell these dogs come from? What the hell? What the hell's going on here? Yeah. Basically, I want to put wood up here. I got a lot of wood. Need to burn it. So, put it up here. Feel confident. Don't want to put it in the back of my truck. That's where I sleep sometimes. I don't want all the bugs and... Hey! Split. Goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's keep focused here. Concentrate on, see, hopefully I got some Loctite somewhere. I think I got some Loctite in my, So, hey out there, Sunday. It's been drizzling all morning. It's about 1:30 now, and it's hopefully a little sun shining through. Maybe I can get something done. I need to mount my, inverter, a fuse block. I got the fuse block and the inverter to mount. That came in Friday, and I was going to try to install it yesterday. All morning, no rain. As soon as I came home, about 1, it started raining, so that put a damper in that one, right? Something else I need to do is get familiar with this radio I got. It's got a lot of features and buttons and stuff that I'm not too familiar with yet, so I need to play around with that. I read the book, but I can't remember what all the features are. You know, it's like, okay, you got to push one button. It's got a function button and several different knobs, and yeah. So, hang on to that, right?
I don't know whether you said your number or not there, but I did hear you there come in. You come in over top of the pile there to yourself. Roger, my friend, I tell you what, enjoy that weather down there in Tampa, because it's short cold here in Kentucky. I'll say 73s, and God bless, my friend, until we do it again. 105 in the grass. Be back quiet.
Well, guys, it's getting on 3 o'clock, and getting kind of cool out here. It hasn't rained. That's good. I'm out here in shorts and flip-flops, so I'm like, maybe I ought to get inside. It's getting cold. This is as far as I'm going to get. I'm kind of... I'm getting different ideas going here, so let's stop before I get any further, right? All right, so got power coming in from the battery. I got power coming in from the solar panels, right? This works great as a disconnect, these circuit breakers. And I can disconnect them just like that. I like that. So that goes up to the charge controller. But now I need 12 volt battery, 12 volt power for the rest of this stuff. So fuse block. The fuse block now has to connect to the battery. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I would like a disconnect between the battery and the fuse block. This way I can shut everything down if I have to, right? Something, maybe I ought to get a battery disconnect switch. And then, I wasn't gonna put a fuse on this. And this didn't come with a fuse, and it says nothing about a fuse in the instructions. So I'm like, do I need a fuse? I mean, how many amp fuse would I need? It doesn't say how many amps this thing pulls. Now this pulls 45 amps. It says on the sticker there. So we already know that's 45 amps. I'm not gonna be running both of these together, so I piggyback off the terminals here. I got 10 gauge running over to this block here, to the, because I plan on just looping this over to here to the battery. Then like I'm stumped right now, I'm just like, I can't make up my mind what I want to do. I'm thinking it should have a fuse, or should have maybe like a 100 amp fuse or something down here. I like the idea of a circuit breaker though, like this, where I could switch it off. Or even just a disconnect switch. Click, kill everything. So that's up in the air. So this comes with your power, okay, your battery positive connects here, and that lightens up all these are your taps here. And your fuses for whatever you want to run on here, like I'm going to run this and probably some lights and stuff. So that's what'll connect here. Your negative ties on the top, and it's just bus bars to run your grounds. So this needs a ground still. This needs a hot leg positive off the battery. So right now I just standing here drawing blanks. So I'm like, you know what? It's about time to quit, I guess. Maybe I'll think of something better later, tomorrow or something. That's as far as we got. These switches aren't hooked up to nothing right now. I'll run this off one of these fuses, and that'll power this whole thing, and then I can run things off this. Typically I run lights back here in the camper shell. And whatever else I need, I can put it on a switch. And I got power, 12 volt power. 12 volt power off the battery. And then with this, I'll have 120 volt or 110 volt. See, I got outlets up here, USB ports. I got 12 volt USB ports here. Battery monitor. This will have a monitor for the inverter. That's all we're doing. That's all I got to go here. I had enough of this. That's it for Sunday. Have a nice Monday morning, right? Hopefully these clouds go away and the sun shines, right?